Hi, everybody.
Hi. I'm learning from Pearl Marina how to wiki.
I honestly miss cool. Callie and...
I do too, but I like these notes. Well, I super like Pearl Marina.
Not that it's a huge spoiler. Single player.
Happened. Okay, if you can see that coming from a mile away
when you first enter single player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even from the trailers.
I have finished.
I know how that ends.
Single player.
I know how that story's gonna end.
So I have saved the person that you're supposed to save, and I'm like, that would be wicked if after you finish single player, because like the fish comes back.
Yes.
It's in my like I can see the fish.
What, Zapfish or something?
Zapfish or yeah. And it'd be really nice if I could see Callie and Mari doing something, and then every once in a while it would just like flip whose show I was watching. I would really like that.
That would be the ultimate Splatfest: is Pearl or Marina or Callie and Callie and what's her name again? Mari. Yeah. Instead of because I know that was the last Splatfest they ran for Splatoon 1.
Yes.
It was Callie versus Mari.
Yeah. Either way, welcome all
to the post-credit show. We talk about movies and
games
and stuff that we've done.
The things we've been doing.
So.
Yeah.
I think I should go because it sounds like you've done a few things.
I've bought quite a bit of I haven't done like a ton of stuff, but I've been kind of stuck on my couch.
Yeah.
So it's been like, what can I do to keep myself awake? Mm-hmm. Or that I can sleep through and not be mad at. So.
I think the one thing we have shared in common is Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 is really good.
Yes.
I know as soon as Splatfest started, I think both of us jumped right in.
Yeah, I was waiting. I'm like, I know it's at 10 o'clock.
Oh, I waited until 10:05 just in case the servers wanted to,
I
die.
played a couple matches just to kind of like get into the flow, and then it was like, okay, and then Splatfest started, and I'm like, must see what happens, and then the street lights up.
I love the way that they just decorate the entire Inkopolis. It looks really nice. I mean, it looks like that. Yeah, it looks like that. I don't know if you can see that.
Probably not.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, so they just kind of doll up Inkopolis.
Well, yeah, it's a big party. It's the Splatfest. Right. The cool part this year, and I'm not sure if I remember it from Splatoon 1, is people actually have like banners of the stuff they've done.
Yes, and they have that on their cape,
capes,
as a cape or a towel or something like that. Man, it really makes me want to draw something, but it's just gonna look like poop.
Well, that's like I did another.
I can't compete with that.
I did one thing where it was like prepare to be bathed in my or ketchup. Like that was the only thing because I can write words.
Yeah.
Drawing has been.
I'm really surprised how good some of those drawings are.
Still. I would like to find a stylus that actually worked fairly. Like if I could get a stylus, I'd be okay. Because on this Wii U,
I think you're gonna find it a difficult time getting a nice stylus.
And that's my problem is I don't want to pay a fortune for a stylus.
A lot, like $60 almost for some of those nicer stylus. Because the ones that you find, the generic ones that you can find off like the dollar store, are just like that flat, mushy thing, right? And unfortunately, the Switch would only read 1 pixel of that or something. I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
I don't even know how it read that. But some of those drawings are overly elaborate.
You need like the thin
fine point
kind of stylus that you could.
And then like you break it or like overuse it and you have to replace it.
Well, that's my thing. I have drawing utensils.
Yes,
but they are for a specific drawing
tablet.
So they don't work on this, and I miss that the most about the Wii U. I was like, I would get into the drawings because I could sit there for half an hour and just like
do a
loud thing. Now people are either using Bluetooth controllers as printers and leaving their Switch on all night for this thing to like.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Like 1 pixel at a time.
That seems like a lot of resources to dedicate to one
Or
picture.
Again, people are buying styluses and...
Yeah, or they might even already have them, who knows.
Or they already have them, which is another thing. Like, if you already have one, cool, I'm not going out to buy one.
But yeah,
so I miss drawing.
Splatfest is on right now. If you're watching this live, you have until 10 p.m. our time, General Mountain Time, to partake in it. Yeah. Choose your side, ketchup or mayo. It doesn't really matter, really, at this point, because ketchup's going to win.
I was going to say, ketchup wins popularity, at least.
So, take a part in it. Your opportunity to get that Splatfest t-shirt, basically, to scrub as much gear off of it.
And that's what I've been pretty much doing.
That's what I've done, too.
Wins against Team Ketchup don't count.
Yes, they do.
When you face off against each other?
Yeah, you still get points, though.
Oh.
You still get points. It just... like you get more points because obviously it's one of those situations where it doesn't matter who wins, Ketchup wins.
Yeah.
So it's like you face off against Team Ketchup, you're still getting points for Ketchup.
And the biggest piece was like
you're just denying points from Mayo because they have less.
Yeah,
and that was the thing about the significantly smaller audience for Mayo. You're always going to be facing Ketchup.
Yeah, always, which is cool because you get the actual Splatfest colors.
Yeah.
Whereas Ketchup people,
you just
the funniest part was people online were like, why I thought it was supposed to be red, and it's like, well, you both can't be red or you wouldn't know where to paint.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
I still think it should have been ketchup versus mustard.
I think it should have been ketchup versus not Mayo. Anything but Mayo.
I feel like they did it though for the color combination, because
right.
We've never had red and we've never had white because of the blood intonations and the adult, connotations behind, white, spewing white
whatever
all over the place.
It's whatever.
So either way,
we're all mature about it.
We are. I have a dog that's barking, so I'm gonna go grab her, and I will be right back.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Splatoon 2. Doing a lot of the Splatfest stuff is really, really fun. And a lot of the gear is actually super cool. So if you're interested in Splatfest, it's going on right now. Hi puppy, you're not tall enough, unfortunately. There's technical difficulties. Hi. But yeah, so Splatoon 2. Got some Splatoon 2 action here. Maybe we'll play some later. I'm not sure how timing works. Bring the puppy down! But yeah, we've got that going on. I have actually been playing a lot of Pokemon Go, unsurprisingly. Lots of raids. Going onto the Discord channel is really, really good. Really helpful tool to find when raids are starting in the area. So that's cool. Empty silence. Yeah. How you guys doing? If you're watching this, thanks for coming and joining us. Sorry for intermittent details. We have a small puppy that we need to be taking care of intermittently right now. We're not sure what he wants to do. I think he wants to go to the washroom. So, Nick is taking care of that. And we'll be right back on track.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Hello. This one. That's what I was talking about.
Cone of shame.
No, it's not a cone of shame.
I know,
it says
it's a under construction one.
It says cone of cuteness. And it is still cute.
Under construction.
It's still cute. Oh, are you yawning?
Oh yeah, she's still tired. She just woke up.
Well, maybe you should go back to sleep. Like I would like to go back to sleep.
I know. I felt like going back to sleep ever since we got you.
It's like a small child, isn't it?
It's like a test run for a kid.
Yes.
That's what everybody keeps telling me.
Yes. Fur babies.
I think they're hinting at something.
Fur babies.
Essentially, yes.
Get another one.
Fur baby.
Get another fur baby, basically.
No.
I
already have two. Babysitting another one right now.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm playing a lot of Pokemon Go as well. Unsurprisingly, the Discord channel has been a immense resource for just tracking down when legendary raids pop up.
Which is really good.
Right. And so the big thing about that is right now they've actually taken away the egg timers from all of the raids. So it's kind of like, oh, now you get 2 hours to fight this Pokemon, but make sure you get there right on time or else the raid's going to leave.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a big enough group. Whereas when you had the egg, it's like, yes, there's something that's going to be happening here in about an hour. If I can get, a group of us to go there, we can wait for it to happen rather than showing up late to another group's raid.
Yeah.
Which is it's sort of the big problem right now. And living in the city, it's not a big deal because you sit there for 10 minutes and
another one pops up.
You see someone walking up, it's like, you want to go? You want to do this? You want to do this guy? You want to do it? So in the city, it's not a huge deal. Again, in the rural environments, that's a bad idea because you could show up and no one is there, and then or you've showed up and you've missed the party.
Yeah.
And they've moved on to another part of the city.
Yeah.
So, but just doing a lot of that. Doing a lot of Pokemon card game actually stuff right now.
Oh yeah.
The Burning Shadows just came out, so a lot of people are in testing mode because we have to figure out what we want to play for the new rotation.
I was gonna say new rotations.
The new rotation. We're losing a lot of good cards, but we're gaining a lot of good cards as well. So figuring out what it is what the players want to do, anyways.
Yep.
We got a lot of judging stuff going on. We have a couple of big events at Animathon next week and Edmonton. So if you are in the Edmonton area and you plan on going to Animathon, come down and say hi. We've got some league challenges and tournaments there happening. But yeah, no, just been busy with Pokemon, really. I'm trying to think of what I watched this week. I don't even think I watched anything. I did watch Phantom of the Opera last week.
That's right!
Shortly after our podcast.
How was that?
Phantom of the Opera is wonderful.
How did you enjoy those seats?
Those were really good seats. Like, wow. I ended up looking online afterwards and, like, those seats are, like, you can resell those for, like, thousands of dollars almost. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, no, we were thoroughly impressed with not just the seats, but the show.
The show itself is supposed to be.
The show was so good, and honestly, like, if we had another chance to go, well, if I had another chance to go, I would go again.
Yeah.
I would even try to get seats on the main floor.
Oh yeah.
Right underneath the action of when the thing falls.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't slide.
Oh no.
It went straight down.
Oh my.
It went straight down. So if you've never watched Phantom of the Opera, spoilers. It's pretty old.
It's old.
I think it's pretty old. There's a chandelier piece in the musical where it falls.
Yeah.
And so every production they try to do that scene where the chandelier falls. Sometimes they slide down. Sometimes they slide down. This one went straight down.
Oh God.
It went straight down. And so if you didn't know what happened, if you didn't see that coming, you probably would have lost your pants. You would have had to change pants because, man, that piece, that set happens really fast, really quick. Lots of fireworks, actions. It's probably one of the best musicals. Well, it is one of the best musicals I've seen because I keep watching it every time it's in Edmonton. And so, yeah, no, they pull out all the stops. The lighting's great, the costume design is great, the music is great. The actors, they got excellent roles. Whoever they got to do the Phantom was just spot on because that's a tough role to do. Hi, dog. And so super excited. If you have any opportunities to go see it yourself, I think you should definitely go see it. It's in town fairly regularly, I would assume now. I mean, I've seen it about 2, maybe 3 times now in just Edmonton alone. So, yeah. That's Phantom of the Opera. It's super good. Some of the set pieces. I was just saying, like,
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's wonderful. As soon as they started rolling, like I can't imagine what it was. It was like a stone tower, but as soon as it started rolling around, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then steps started coming out of it. I'm like, oh, that's where this is going. And then all of a sudden, the steps disappeared, and then it split again. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, there's everything. Like, the pyrotechnics were excellent.
Yeah, I was gonna say for a traveling show, they're always usually pretty. Like the Broadway across Canada stuff is usually.
Oh yeah,
really
and
good.
this one is no exception.
And Phantom is Phantom. You can't screw Phantom up.
Yeah, like you need to go not just super big. You need to go like extravagant with it. Like some of the fireworks, like the fire portions.
Yeah.
It blinded.
That's what my because my in-laws have tickets for the same night we do. So they were like, because they sit on the other side of the theater.
Yeah.
Same like first balcony. We're right on the railing. That's why I asked about the seats.
Yes.
But they sit over that way, and they're like, we could feel the heat
I had to put my hand up in front of me for a bit of it because I was not expecting how much fire was in that one scene.
Yep.
And yeah, the music. I was just gonna say, like, whoever they got to do the Phantom, just perfect.
She's good.
Yeah.
She can't get past it.
All right. Yeah, cone of cuteness. So yeah, that's sort of been my bit there. Are you having trouble, puppy?
Yep, and now we'll whine, and then we'll try climbing the fence. This is our game.
You were the master.
Would you like to go in the shower?
Yes. Shower. Barking. Barking is now a feature.
Yep.
You've unlocked barking, dog. Congratulations.
We've unlocked the ability to bark.
That is a crucial piece for being a puppy.
Alright. So this is what I've been mostly doing.
Dog stuff?
Dog stuff. We also have, there's the larger technical difficulties, Echo down there.
She's not too bad.
No, she's been good today.
Yeah.
But together they are, Team Rocket style, trying to cause trouble.
Would you say Pancake is more meow?
Maybe. So when one's not trying to get the other one to fight, the other one starts trying to get one to fight. So, and this one clearly can't get one to fight because we followed the advice of Bob Barker and got her spayed. So
I think that's just general.
It is.
It's just general good.
It is.
Before heat comes on.
Before the heat.
before literal heat.
Yep. So yeah, I've been taking care of her, but in the meantime, I've been managing. I've made it through most of Supernatural.
Which season are you on now?
I am now starting, I believe, season 9.
Oh, you're faring much better than me.
Now, to be fair, I have slept through quite a few episodes.
Do you feel like you've missed anything?
No.
No.
Because I've seen I've gotten to season 9 before. And partway through season 9. Wherever Dean gets the blade.
Oh, the jaw thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've made it through that season. Like that season's over.
That's about where I stopped.
And he becomes Demon Dean.
Demon.
Yeah. And he's now past that.
Oh.
And that's kind of where I remember stopping the last time.
See, okay, my biggest problem with that was that they built that character up so well.
Yeah.
That could have been so interesting to see him as a demon.
Yes.
Like, that would have been so funny. It would have been actually fun to watch. But then they resolved that, like, in 2 episodes.
I was going to say it was a couple. It was a couple at the most. And I get it. They want to get the brothers back together. But I honestly...
No.
I honestly feel like with that show, they have to stop. Because there's a part where Kevin, the prophet, becomes a ghost. And I'm not spoiling anything because these are old seasons.
Super
old. But he pretty much tells the boys to, like, stop the drama. And I'm just like, thank you. Because it's pretty much like the fans have been trying to say this forever, and it's like one of them doesn't have to be evil, one of them doesn't have to be like possessed, one of them doesn't have to be doing. Have the two of them.
You don't need to. One of you doesn't have to sacrifice yourself to save the other. Figure it out yourselves. Don't hog the limelight, kind of thing. It's
like just go out and fight stuff. Now again, I'm not. Apparently, the last season gets better.
I think the last season was the one where they brought Chuck back, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Chuck being God. Spoilers. Yes.
I don't think it's really a spoiler at this point anymore.
I know.
Like, most of the subreddit talks about, God as a figure.
If you're on Twitter as well, like Supernatural trends pretty hard when it's on air.
So yeah, and then Castiel, I think they really got to get Misha just as an angel and stop dicking with him too, because it's like, he's a leader, he's not a leader. He's an outcast, he's not an outcast. He loses powers, he gets his powers. He loses powers, he gets his power. He's a leader again. And you're like, can this stop? Can Cass just be Cat? Can we not just fight demons?
Nope, because they've killed all of them.
I've also started, and I don't know why I started it. Just, I think, because it was like, if I turn it on and I fall asleep, I'm not going to get, like, whatever. But I turn on Family Guy, which is a show I have never watched.
Yeah, you're not missing out if you watch it.
And so that's the thing, is, like, I will watch it. I will giggle at a few of the jokes. I will sleep through a couple episodes. Wake back up, giggle at a couple more jokes, and I'm like, all right.
It's the epitome of turn brain off.
Yeah.
Okay, now to side note that a little bit. My YouTube channel, I don't know if your YouTube channel has been doing this a lot, but it's been recommending a lot of those illegal live feeds of TV shows lately.
Yeah.
Has it been okay, it's yours as well?
Yes.
It's not just mine. It's not because I just watched one random YouTube clip and then it said, you like Family Guy, watch 24-hour streams.
I got that one.
Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, that's just been the scourge of my YouTube. Wow,
I'm supposed to eat this thing.
No, too late.
But yeah, no, I know mine's been like live cartoons. Watch now. And
I don't want to.
I know I've watched clips of Family Guy or Rick and Morty or this or that.
To be honest, in all fairness, that's the best way to watch Family Guy, is just to watch that joke once.
Yes.
In a 5-minute bit. I don't want to watch a full episode just to watch that one.
And a lot of them, it's like, or like
right now the big one is Rick and Morty, because that's in season 3 right now.
So. And I haven't seen that because
actually I did see a season 3, but
I saw whatever the one they released online. Yeah.
no, actually they actually have episode 2 now, which is actually really good.
I know they're back on track.
Super, yes.
Ow.
Wow, he's just going in. She's just going in
there.
That's
my finger.
Can't tell the difference.
I know. That's why we got her this thing. Either way, so I've been watching Supernatural, Family Guy, and I tried that 10 years later, Wet Hot American Summer. Because the actual original Wet Hot American Summer, very funny. The prequel one was actually really well done. This one, unfortunately, I'm just not awake enough to actually watch. So I think I'm on like episode 4, and I've caught about 10 minutes of it.
Oh no!
Because again, it's like I turned it on, and I'm like, all right.
I feel like a show like that on Netflix, a lot of those in-jokes rely on knowledge from previous episodes.
They do, because it's literally a day. The whole episode takes or the whole series takes place in one day.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Because that's how the original kind of takes off. It's like it's the last day of camp, or it's the day before the last day of, or the first day, of, that kind of thing. So they play off. Even the movie, I think, was originally supposed to be just a day. I can't remember it that well. It was a good movie. Either way, so I tried watching that. That didn't go over well. Splatoon, obviously.
Splatoon.
Team catch up.
Yeah.
Gotta beat single player.
I just need to sit down and just
that's pretty much what I finally did, because I was trying to get all the scrolls and all the minnows and all that.
No,
kind
I
of
wasn't
stuff.
bothering with that. It's just I haven't had the time to, because anytime I'm at home, like, I'm just gonna play online.
And that's the biggest piece.
I mean,
the online is obviously the place to play Splatoon. So I'm doing that, and then I got so I Am Setsuna went on sale.
Still looking at it. I'm not sure. For me, $26. It seems.
I Am Setsuna went on sale, so I got that. It is very JRPG.
Now, I feel like I should buy that, but not play it, because I need to just muscle through Persona 5.
Get through. Yeah.
Because that's a Goliath of a game still for me.
The nice part about I Am Setsuna is the fighting is fairly simplistic.
Is it just typical turn-based?
Attack, combo, or item.
Is it an ATB system? Like,
yeah.
do you have to?
Nope, ATB.
So it's like people are attacking you while you're making decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, and then once you hit and you can delay it, so they have the option in there where if you're
going into a menu.
Yeah, if I go into a menu, everything pauses.
Okay, so it's active and wait. Okay.
And at the same time,
especially with a handheld, like you want the wait.
Yeah.
If it's on the TV, then I could see that being a little more flexible. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
But you have the option. There's an option in there. The other thing is there's like a. Do you remember? Did you ever play Final Fantasy VIII, where they had the trigger button?
Yep.
Same thing in this, so you can actually watch the thing and it'll build up.
Also, there's a bit
and it'll give you triggers.
Okay, so there's a bit of active battle stuff where you have to be a little more proactive.
So if you attack and then hit the Y button
at the right time,
and it's not exact. Like
I would argue Mario did that before Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh yeah.
Mario RPG.
But so it has one of those action kind of things, but you have to build up the meter.
Sure.
So if you don't attack, and you just sit there waiting, it'll build up that meter, and you can get up to 3 of them. But then that means your one character is like not attacking.
Who made Setsuna? I'm gonna check right now.
Square. It's Square Enix.
Is it Square?
It's Square.
Is it the Final Fantasy guys?
It is the Final Fantasy dudes.
All right.
I also got.
I'll put it on my wish list at least.
Slime Son, which is a.
I saw the pictures of that. I was thoroughly confused and was immediately said nope.
See, and the guy who actually developed the game was on the subreddit, and he's like, "Oh my god! Like a game I have developed is actually on a Nintendo." Like he was super happy, as a one-person kind of dude, and I'm like, well, "What kind of game is this?" And it's very in the spirit of Super Meat Boy. So it's time jumps.
Is it by the guys who
did
Super? Because I thought they actually split off, and one of them is actually making another game.
Oh,
like Super Meat Boy. Okay.
Can you chill?
No.
So I got that one, and that one is just a fun, you can pick up, play a couple levels, and be done with it sort of thing. But there's a whole story involved in it too, but very 8-bit, like they went all the way back graphic-wise. And then I got Tumbleseed.
I heard that one's real good with the controllers, because you can, of the HD controller rumble stuff, it's the one of the other games that really shows that off.
It really does, because you can feel the stuff changing. They also just added an update for it,
it's like
and it's on sale.
Oh, it's on sale too?
Yeah, but there's a 2-player battle mode for it, which is why I bought it, because I'm like, oh, now there's multiplayer involved.
Because my understanding is, no, you're too young for that yet. My understanding is with Tumbleseed, it's basically Dark Souls, but for marbles.
Yes.
So.
Like, and I might have to turn the sensitivity up. That might be part of my issue, but so I got Tumbleseed, which was
what, like the rumble?
No, the sensitivity for the joysticks. Just because it's like you try and play with you have to play with the angle, obviously. So essentially, on your screen is a horizontal bar that you can pitch either up on the right side or up on the left side.
Oh, it is on sale. How much is it on sale? $13.
Yep.
Maybe.
And you can get different seeds, which do different things when you run over gardens. So one of them gives you the gems you need to do the other stuff. One of them, essentially, you can create checkpoints as long as you have a gem. To get gems, you have to run over so many gardens to get like gems to drop. There's like attack seeds, So you can become a seed, run over a guard, and get like a shuriken that's like rotates around you. So you can actually hit enemies and stuff. And then, yeah, the biggest piece is avoiding holes. Like, I am very not good at that game.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, but there is a 2-player battle mode where I'm like...
Weird.
And it's part of a new update, and I'm like, all right, you've updated your game and put it on sale. I'm in.
I'm glad to see Switch games going on sale.
And that was my biggest piece, was both games that went on sale I was kind of looking at already. Like I had I Am Setsuna in my...
I'm surprised they didn't give me a notification for Setsuna.
And that was my issue. It did not tell me.
It was on my wish list too.
Yeah.
It was. I can see it already. It was there, but it never said, "Hey, game on your wish list." Because I would have been more inclined to be like, "All right, maybe."
And that's how Steam gets me half the time. Is I will have a game in my wish list, and I will get the email, I will get the phone notification going like, "Hey, one of the games in your wish list is on sale. You should go get it." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay."
The Steam app is garbage on the Android for that because it doesn't actually tell you what game's on sale.
No.
Until you actually go into the library.
You have to go into the library. You have to go.
Whereas anytime I get the notification, I just manually go to the email.
Me too.
Because the email will actually tell me which one's on sale.
Yeah. I know, that's what I do too. But that's what I mean. Like, at least it tells you, like, something on your wish list is on sale. This one, both of those games I think were on my wish list. And said nothing. Like, I was on the subreddit.
I'm surprised
and someone was like, "Oh, this game's on sale." And I'm like, "There's a sale?" And there's no section on the eShop for sales, which there's nothing other than recent releases and
best-selling, coming soon.
And to find like Tumbleseed, I had to go through.
You have to type it in because it's not on the bestseller right now.
Or you have to go into the recent purchases and go like show all, because there is a show all option.
Yep.
And then it's list after list after list, and it's like the eShop needs a lot of fine tuning.
It needs music.
It needs a lot of stuff.
I want music. I gotta show you something about that music later.
And the funniest thing was with Nintendo is like the Wii U's eShop was really well done.
I think that had a lot more.
The 3DS
was better.
Yeah, the 3DS is good. I can navigate that one just fine.
I had some issues with the Wii U one just because of how clunky I felt it was. But I mean, if you were just doing the touchscreen, then you had a good time. But sometimes, if you weren't using the touchscreen, whereas here, at least with the multi-touch display, like an actual touch screen, it feels better.
I just need more categories. I need more everything.
I would love like a featured page.
Sure.
Something that's like this game's the featured game for this month. Is it on sale? No, but it's the featured.
It's the featured something. It just needs to be more robust. Like there's not enough stuff on.
It's very bare bones. In some ways, it does remind me a lot of the original PlayStation 3 PS Store. Man, that was garbage.
Yeah.
But we suffered through it, and then they finally did an overhaul on it, and now it's great.
Yeah, so I'm hoping an overhaul is part of like the online stuff happening with the Switch. Like they've given us the eShop as a way to buy stuff, but it's not actually the eShop as we will come to.
Not my eShop. Hashtag not my eShop.
Yeah, not my eShop.
Hashtag not my eShop.
I've also left feedback on the Splatoon or on the Switch app for the phone, going like, I like it. I like it as a Switch thing. I do not like it as a voice chat thing.
I don't think I've actually used it yet as a voice chat.
Oh no, because it's stupid.
It's not even just that's stupid. It's just that it's so unintuitive. It does what it wants to do, but not well.
Yep.
Like I get as soon as that can do sleep mode stuff.
Yep.
I think that increases its functionality 10 times.
Yep.
And now just give us a way for us to go online with our teams.
Right.
Is the next big, and that's not a app thing. That's the Splatoon. Thing that they need to figure out if they want to do that or not.
Because we can create a lobby, you can join my lobby without actually going through the phone app.
Yep.
But voice chat wise, we're on Discord.
Yes, there's other
because we use Discord.
There's other options.
Yeah. The one big complaint that is coming out of Splatoon 2 online is you have to have a team of 4 to play with your friends. Which I agree with, because last night we're like, we shall play together.
Splatfest, this is a big time for teams to go together. Nope.
Yep, nope.
I saw on the subreddit, people are like, we're one man short of a full team.
There are a lot of, someone was like, can we just make a mega thread for people looking for people? And it's like, just let it happen. It's for a weekend. It'll go away.
It's not even for a weekend. It's like 24 hours.
Yeah. It'll go away. You'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Do you have to go back in your crate?
It's a loot crate. It's a puppy crate. I don't want that no more.
Speaking of crates, NerdBlock's in quite the little dilemma.
Yes, you mentioned that last week.
Yeah, so their website no longer actually works.
Uh-oh. Do they have orders that are backlogged? Have you canceled your orders yet?
You can't.
Oh.
When a website goes down, like, that's the funniest part is, if you go to the NerdBlock website, yes, that's what I want, the NerdBlock mobile site on my...
Fan blocks.
Schedule maintenance. We'll be back online soon. They have not come back online.
What does the subreddit say?
The subreddit is very like, we're losing our money and they're blah 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 because people have been charged for August blocks that are supposedly coming,
but not actually coming.
But might not actually be coming.
Have you been charged for an August block?
I have not yet been charged for August, so I don't know when my subscription was actually up.
Oh.
But the last block I got, like I gave you. What, 2 things from it?
Yeah, because they doubled down, didn't they?
Because, yeah, they doubled down a lot of stuff. I know someone got one of their blocks and it had some different stuff in it than what was originally supposed to be, like... So, there's
confusion.
There's a lot of confusion, and especially their website being down and them not talking. And then
they don't have any other social media sites?
They do, and then they're not...
Updated?
They're not talking about anything, so... And then the couple people who are on the subreddit who, like, supplied them with stuff are like, they still owe me money.
Ooh.
And you're just like, do they, or are you being a, like... Because, again, it's the internet. How much do you want to believe as to what someone's saying?
Joe Blow 45.
Right. They still owe me money. They're going out of business. Blah, 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 blah. And it's just like... Okay.
Going out of business, probably not wrong, but...
And, again, if they go out of business, they go out of business, but then stop charging people's cards and... that. Can you shush? I know, you're excitable, but you can't be excitable, because you'll tear your stitches.
Had surgery recently. Puppy-related surgeries.
Yes, so... I know, but if we wouldn't have done it, we can't adopt you, so...
Yeah.
So, either way, yeah, the NerdBlock stuff...
They're in hot water.
They're in some kind of water. It'd be nice to know...
What temperature of
water it is, because, again, I like my NerdBlocks. Mm-hmm. Like the fact that I actually got, because I got the game block.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. Maybe
arcade block.
Is it? Do you think that the market's too oversaturated in monthly subscription boxes? I mean, Loot Crate has kind of pioneered the nerd stuff.
Loot Crate did a good job until I got a lot of, like, I got Game of Thrones stuff, and I got Assassin's Creed stuff, and I'd get, you know...
And you know what? That stuff started adding up, because sometimes it got real expensive, especially if you ran out of the promo code.
Oh, okay. And I didn't mind that, because, like, if I'm paying $30 or whatever for the block, and I'm getting decent stuff, I don't mind. But when I get stuff for stuff I don't watch, which is why I jumped over to Arcade Block, because it was all video game stuff. And I'm like, I am good with 95% video games. Like, as long as you don't load it up with Assassin's Creed and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Which I feel like they did at some point.
Assassin's Creed, not so much. Five Nights at Freddy's, they do quite often.
That's because it's cheap, too.
And that's the other piece, is what can they get for a fair bit of money.
And for large amounts.
And, yeah, a lot of stuff. So you get Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, but you're like, hey, whatever. Like, I have a pair of socks that are Five Nights at Freddy's socks. It really doesn't matter. I have socks with a bear on them. Like, that's fine to me. When you're giving me Five Nights at Freddy's stuff that I can't use, that's another thing. But the arcade blocks were good, which is why I was sticking with them. And then, yes, now it's quite the little controversy, as it were. Kerfuffle.
Because, yeah, I feel like the market has been oversaturated in a lot of those monthly blocks, whether it is nerd stuff or, like, even food stuff.
Well, yeah, like there's a dog block that, like I posted a picture of my dog on Facebook, and all of a sudden it's like, dog block?
I like the Razor stuff with Dollar Shave Club.
Dollar Shave Club I like.
Because those at least you can adjust the frequency.
Yeah, I have to cancel mine.
Oh, do you have too much?
I have a ton.
Uh-oh.
Well, I just got an electric razor too, so... Oh. But it's just like, I can cancel that one. I do like it though. If people are into razors, you know, the Dollar Shave Club is beautiful.
I've swapped to the razor.
Yeah.
I've swapped to that rather than the electric one.
The electric thing I like because I can actually like...
Well, you can do that kind of anywhere.
I can leave stubble, which I'm fine with.
I don't like stubble.
And I don't mind stubble.
Well, but the missus doesn't like stubble, so...
See, and my wife is fine with, like... If I shave with the new razor, I can get it down to like a 5 o'clock shadow. She's okay with that. It's once it gets longer that I'm...
See, I don't grow that way.
Well, see, and I patch right here, And right here, so I'm like, if I keep going to stubble and I can somehow get this, like, this little part to grow and this little part to grow, I can just let it all grow.
No.
So if I keep this up for like 2 years, I might be good. But yeah, the Dollar Shave Club I like. But yeah, there's one that keeps popping up on my Facebook, which is Spreza Box.
No.
Ties and like fancy attire.
The ones that's been popping up on my Facebook. Yeah, ads.
Yeah.
The ones that's been popping up for me is the ones where it's like monthly crates from snacks all over the world.
Oh,
This one's gonna be Italy, or this one's gonna be Japan. This one's gonna be Australia, kind of stuff. And I think that would be okay.
Which is funny because they've always had like a cheese of the month club.
Right.
You know, or a wine of the month club.
And I think with snacks
club.
from across the world would be fine. Because obviously, A, they wouldn't put it in there if it wasn't edible.
Correct.
B, you get a sample of what it's like to have, you know,
this or that or anything.
Kangaroo jerky. I don't know if that's an actual thing or not. Don't
kangaroos.
Don't hate.
A lot of kangaroos.
There's a lot of them. But yeah, I think that's a really good idea, and I've toyed around with that one.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I toy around with them, and now that if Nerd Block goes out, I don't know what I'm gonna do other than the fact that I think Loot Crate has actually gone on to do a gaming crate.
They've done specialty crates now too.
So they're now onto gaming crates, which is exactly why I left Loot Crate in the first place.
Well, now there's also a Harry Potter crate too.
Yeah.
Which we've tried once.
Yep.
She liked it. She liked it.
Yep.
I don't know that she would re-sign up for it, but they've got Loot Crate's also got the Firefly crate as well.
Yes, they do.
Which I think it's a bad idea to sign up now.
Yeah, now it's bad.
Because they've had exclusive figures that if you have the entire set, now it looks super cool if you have all of the figures. Now you'll only get, like, Wash or something.
One of my coworkers has that one. He's like, my coworker was really funny because one of the first things they got was a teddy bear that looked like Kaylee.
Aww.
Like with the little umbrella, like that look.
Aww.
So he gave it to his daughter, and he's like, she sleeps with it nightly. Like she does not, like she doesn't know Firefly, but she loves her little Kaylee bear, and it's just like, oh my god, because one day she's gonna be like, I must see Firefly to know where this bear came from.
I get it. Yeah. I get that reference.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. Apparently that block was pretty good. Like, or that Loot Crate was good.
Well, that's serious. It's still going on.
Yeah.
I think they got.
But you're right. If you're getting into those crates, like the Doctor Who crates or the this. Oh no, I think Doctor Who was
that was a block. Yeah, but some of them, the Loot Crate ones are one-offs too.
Some of them are
one-offs, and they're a little more pricey. Like the Fallout 4 one ended up being about $90.
Yeah,
but you got like a really nice like hoodie with that, so it wasn't a complete waste of $90.
And that's the thing. Usually on those crate websites, they tell you like if you spend $50, you're getting $80 worth of crap.
Right. Yeah, and for the one-off ones, they kind of need to be a little more transparent about what's in it.
A little bit more, like at least you're getting and the Nerd Blocks did at one point. They're like, you are going to start getting, because this is what they started in the gaming blocks, is you started getting digital codes for games, but in the retro style packaging. So they're like, you're guaranteed to get a game, and it's like, oh well, I don't really care about that. But you were also guaranteed to get a T-shirt, so you're guaranteed to get a T-shirt, a game, and then a bunch of other stuff.
Speaking of stuff that you're guaranteed to get, have you heard about the Mighty Number 9 stuff?
No.
So, what?
Hey.
What?
She wants to play.
Well, we can play later. We can play later.
No, she wants to play with the big one.
So, in what could be the worst thing that could have happened to finish off, to put a nail in the coffin of Mighty Number 9, they finally started shipping out the retro boxes.
Oh yeah.
The retro boxes with like the instruction manuals and everything, and you got to choose whether you want the English one or Japanese one.
Yep.
That was cool. First big red flag, when people started getting it, it wasn't actually a box. You had to actually construct it yourself and put the manual in yourself. So it's like, okay, all right, fuck, whatever, sure, whatever. Second big red flag, if you wanted the Japanese version, after you constructed the box, the manual did not fit in the box.
Oh my god.
And then on top of that, the Kickstarter portion of it said that, you get color manuals and everything. The only color that was in the manual was light blue.
Oh god.
So the last, that is the last you'll hear of Mighty Number 9. I should have got.
It was on the Humble Bundle.
Woo! I wonder if they got $0 for that.
It was. I looked at it because I'm like, oh. Wow.
No, don't even.
Can you come?
No!
You're gonna go into your crate soon.
I need to play.
Great. Yeah, there. It's still there.
Nope.
So $6.24.
I would rather get Saints Row.
You get Saints Row the 3rd.
I would rather get
Saints Row. Cat Out of Hell.
I think it's Gat.
Oh, it is Gat.
Yeah.
Gat Out of Hell. Mighty Number 9.
I would play
Killer's Dead.
I would play that over any of those other games. Killer is Dead.
Yeah. Sacred Franchise Pack and Lost Horizon.
I never heard of that one. I would play. To be quite honest, Killer is Dead is more enticing to me than anything else in.
Well, and I looked at this whole thing because I'm like, all right, like, you know, what do I essentially get for? Because you have to look at the bundle as a whole. Mm-hmm. So it's like Mighty Number 9 could possibly be fun to just try out because it's such a train wreck.
Nope.
But to pay $15, you get
a few more decent
Homefront, The Revolution, Saints Row 4.
I think the biggest one you get a discount off of something else. Agents of Mayhem, that's what they're doing, yeah.
Well, if you pay essentially for the pre-order of Agents of Mayhem, you get all the other stuff. Yeah. Like you're essentially buying the $15 bundle and pre-ordering the Agents of Mayhem game. Can we shush?
I wouldn't get it for Mighty Number 9. I would literally, if I bought that Humble Bundle, I would post that digital code on Twitter and say, have
at her.
And then be surprised that no one's redeemed it.
But and again, like Mighty Number 9, because I put money for Mighty Number 9 when they first announced it. I'm like, yeah, here's my $20, give me the digital Steam copy, whatever.
Yeah.
And then as it started to grow and things started to happen, and they were announcing stuff before, like all of a sudden he was like, oh, well, Capcom wants to partner with this, and I'm like, and there goes my money. Like I pulled my $20 out at that moment because I'm like.
And I think another big faux pas of them was we're going to start another Kickstarter before this Kickstarter's done.
Yeah.
To make another game based off this.
Was it the game or the anime that they wanted to try starting?
It was two.
Yeah,
that was such a real. It's like you think the fans are going to want this so bad that they're going to give you more money.
But if it helps, the original stuff that they showed off looked amazing.
Yes.
You were essentially paying for a new Mega Man game, which by the creator of Mega Man.
Yes.
Totally fine.
You would think.
Yeah.
And then he would go on record saying it's not perfect, but it's what was his quote? Like it was something really ridiculous. It's like it's better than nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. And I was like,
and the game doesn't even look like what they first showed off. So they actually built a demo that ran and looked nice. And then scrapped those visuals.
And now here's the big question: was that a demo, or was that just them making stuff in
in-engine, whatever?
It might have out of engine.
It might have been. It might have been pre-rendered, whatever, and
who knew? So either way, sorry. Yeah, just to digress on box copies of stuff. And
yes,
I read that and I just laughed at it because it's like there's no other way that this Mighty Number 9 story could have ended.
No, they went.
Is
nothing good came out of that. Yeah, I see you. It's time for your crate. It's time for a nap.
Is it time for nap time?
It's nap time.
Is it nap time?
It's nap time.
All right. It's nap time.
All right. Nap. All right. Good girl. Good pancake.
Pancake. It's Denny says only you can eat pancake.
Pancake. Good girl. Nap time.
All right. So, other than that, we're back up.
Yeah. No.
Other than that, I think. Have you done anything else? I want to watch The Arrival. It's on Netflix. Everyone keeps talking about that. The Arrival. It's that alien movie.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on there the other day.
Everyone keeps talking about it. It's been lighting my Facebook feed like a lot of fire. Like, everyone's like, oh, man, this movie's amazing, blah, 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 blah. I'm like...
Oh, I did watch another movie. It was very weird, but they did add a bunch of new films on Netflix, so my wife put one on the other night, which kind of confused me why she put it on, but Draft Day with Kevin Costner.
What?
And it's essentially about it's about the NHL, or not NHL, NFL
That
draft.
seems like a weird thing for her to put on.
That's what I thought. I'm like, what?
That's not her style.
But Jennifer Garner's in it, and
that's
Kevin Costner, like, you know, Kevin Costner films are Kevin Costner films, you know. I thought it was pretty good. Black Panther's in it.
You mean he was in a movie before Civil War?
Yeah. He's a football player who's barely in the film. Tom Welling's in it, who used to play Superman.
Yes, on Smallville.
Yeah. Or Clark Kent, sorry, because he never actually played Superman.
I think they ended up putting the S on him and calling him Superman.
They digitally apparently put the S on him and called him Superman.
Yeah, because it wasn't. They called him like the red blue.
The blue,
something?
red blue blur or something.
Which is totally stealing the Flash's. Just saying.
Well, the Flash kind of yeah.
The Flash.
Well, that's why he was the red and blue blur.
The blue blur.
Not just the red blur.
The red streak.
Okay. Shush.
But on that note, I think
it's time for a nap. So yes,
I
I know that was the only thing I watched. It was actually a fairly good movie.
Yeah.
Because it shows just, if you're a sports person, you know draft day.
It's kind of stressful.
Is a very intense day as it is.
Yes,
so this follows the general manager, Kevin Costner, as he's like deciding what to do trade-wise for, you know, does he get the like first round and get the new quarterback, or does he pick, you know, 7th place and da 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 da, and you're like, okay, but they make you give a crap because it's a movie.
So is it a little bit like a modern version of that not Tom Hanks, can't think of his name. Mission Impossible.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, is that like the Tom Cruise movie? Show Me the Money.
Oh, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire. Is it like a modern day version of that one?
Sort of. Yeah. This one's just very it's very sport oriented, like, you know.
Because Jerry Maguire wasn't overly sports related, but it was him trying to be a manager, right?
Yeah. So yeah, no, this one's definitely and then of course with him, with a GM, there's obviously the owner of the team that's expecting certain things and this and that and everything else, and then there's family drama that they tie into it all, and like his family is being pesteringly stupid while he's obviously on the most stressful day of his life, and his family knows because they're a sports family that this is like a big day for him, and they're all trying to like they show up for some stupid reason, and they're like, not a stupid reason, but a reason, and they're like, well, this is what, you know, this is what he wanted, and you should be like blah 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 blah, and he's like, I don't have time for this, like
yeah, and
they should realize it, which didn't make sense to me because his family comes from, like, his dad was a football coach, so they clearly know draft day is a very big day, and they keep pestering him, and I'm like, I don't understand why you keep pestering the guy. Like, I could understand it if you weren't, like, he was the first GM in the family and no one really knew sports and da 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 da. But the family clearly knows sports, and yet they're being dicks. So, are you about done?
No.
All right. That's sad.
I've been watching a lot of Marvel movies, like just
more about turning Ant-Man on.
I've been more watching them just to watch the connective bits more so than anything than watching the movie. It's like, oh, she's doing that because of this thing in the other movie, or it's like watching the bigger picture rather than just watching the movie itself. Like Winter Soldier really is still one of the best movies.
It was a really good film.
It's still really it's up there. I wouldn't even say like top 2-ish for me.
And but Defenders comes out soon.
Yeah, August 3rd or something like that, or something.
No, August. It's past the 3rd.
Oh wait, the 13th or something like that.
I don't know. I forgot. All I know
is the month that we're in.
And this is the problem. They have been releasing so much promotional stuff.
I don't know what to look for. Like I've watched it once.
But they've released posters upon posters.
But it doesn't tell you what the story's about.
No, nothing's going to tell you what the story's about.
To me, like. And the fact that Sigourney Weaver is saying, like, I'm not actually a villain. I'm more of an opposition person. I'm not playing a bad guy. I'm just playing a bad guy.
Yeah, but they've released posters, and I still don't know when it's coming out. And one person said something on Twitter, like one of the creators of something, and they're like, tomorrow! And I'm like, what? I was all excited.
I'm actually surprised they're not plastering Netflix with it.
I know.
If I was Netflix, that's
this is a big deal.
That's my marquee.
Yeah.
Like this is the Netflix version of Avengers. Like,
yeah. Although they have found a new showrunner for Iron Fist 2.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're gonna call it.
What else was on the news thing that we could have talked about? And it came out of Comic-Con, but it was kind of like really late news. But Supernatural is getting a spin-off.
Yes, the 2 characters.
But it's
the good characters.
The good character, like it's an actual what I expected out of a spin-off.
Yes, the 2. I can't think of the names off the top of my head.
Jodie Mills, the sheriff.
The sheriff and her daughter, right?
Yeah.
Which I think those 2 characters are so good.
I know, so it's like Wayward Sisters or whatever it is.
And anytime they were on as a cameo,
I
was like, ready. This episode's hype. Come on, they're gonna do something awesome, and they're gonna get confused, and they're just gonna roll with it.
Yep. I don't know. I was like, that's the spin-off they should have done, because out of all the episodes I skipped
let's not talk about that one.
Literally I was awake for it. And it started, and I'm like, this is that one. I just skipped it. I skipped it.
You're not missing out if you did.
Well, no, because it doesn't even tie into the storyline.
No! And Sam and Dina are in it for maybe 5 minutes?
Yeah. And I get it. You're trying to do like a backdoor spin-off, but the way to do it is with all the characters we already know.
And have them a purpose for them to come back in for whatever reason.
And if they wouldn't have killed off the people from the Roadhouse, That would have been a good show too.
Yes.
Like even just do the Roadhouse stuff and have like hunters coming through, and every week you're following like a different hunter going on a Monster of the Week hunt.
I was just gonna say you could totally do a Twilight Zone-esque episode where every episode is
hunter coming into the Roadhouse to tell a story.
Episode,
yep.
Like 13 or 10 episode miniseries or whatever.
Yep. And I would have been fine with that, or following Rufus and Bobby.
Oh wow, I miss Bobby.
I miss Bobby.
He comes back every once in a while though. So.
He's out.
Oh, is he out now?
And apparently, spoilers if this is a thing, but Crowley's done too.
Oh yeah.
The actors.
I saw that.
The actors like.
Oh really? Hey. Wow.
He's refusing to come back.
Wow. Because I know that they did that with his character.
Yeah.
They did
that with his character, and then apparently someone teased, like one of the creators was like, well, you know, no one's ever actually like dead, and he's like, no, I'm not coming back to this show. Wow. So however they treated him on his exit.
Wow, because he liked that. He liked doing that show.
Yeah, but so did Bobby, and apparently it's the same thing with that, like that actor too. Is he's like, I refuse to do Supernatural again, and I'm just like, what did they do to you guys on the exit slip, like?
And you know what the worst part about that show is? I know we're digressing a little bit about this, but the worst part about that show is they could totally just make like another person and say, "Who are you?" Well, I'm Crowley.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a different body now.
Crowley can definitely do it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's a bad way to do that. But you know that's going to happen if
they want to bring Crowley back for sure. So yeah, like, and I mean, and then someone else reported the other day that like the show will keep going as long as the two boys are willing to continue.
I feel like that's not a wrong answer, but that's not the right answer.
But apparently they want to get to episode at least 400.
Did they just hit one or two?
No, I think they've hit 2.
They hit 2, yeah.
But apparently they want to go for like 400 episodes.
That's a lot of seasons.
Unless they literally flashpoint it and start them back at.
But then even the actors won't come back.
No, I know.
So it's like, whatever.
I also miss Garth.
I miss their dad.
He was really good on the show too. Like going back through rewatching.
Yeah.
He was a good character to have pop back every once in a while.
Yeah, in the first 5 seasons, he was good. He was good, like lightly used.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had his the baseball bat in one of the most recent episodes of Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
They actually used the one from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And they actually used it to beat a monster.
Yeah.
And then it came back in the next episode, just sitting on the table. They're like, and the camera like specifically panned to it, and then cut to a different shot. And it's like, really?
Well, see, and I like the Man of Letters stuff that they threw in.
I didn't like that. I thought I honestly thought the Man of Letters stuff was just hunters in another country, and I get that's what they were doing, but I just felt like it was just the same thing all over again, and
it just gave them a base of operations, especially as they got to be bigger. The problem is they didn't move anybody into the freaking base.
No, anytime they did, they would die right away.
Well, that was the thing. It was like they left Kevin on that boat.
They should have put him into the base.
And it's like, and then he gets captured, and they're like, we should have put him in the base. And it's like, no way! You mean a place meant for, like, that had bunkhouses
and wards and stuff to prevent demons from coming in?
Like, Castiel couldn't even find you people. And yet, you're like, oh, we'll put Kevin on the boat with a bunch of wards that we hope we drew properly. Mm-hmm. And it's like, Nick has an issue.
I have an issue with a lot of that show.
As soon as they introduced that base, I'm like, this is awesome. And even they brought like Felicia Day's character in to do some repairs on the computers and stuff, and then they sent her off and like to Oz. But
no, I think they straight killed her too.
Did they finally kill her off too?
I think they killed her off too.
Castiel's the only like supporting character left. So yeah, no, I don't know. It's
that show's gone wayward. No pun intended. Then it's intended.
Well, and apparently that song doesn't play anymore on the Netflix show.
They don't. Wait, what?
Apparently,
in the rebroadcast on Netflix.
Apparently not. Apparently they've lost the rights to that song.
That's a weird thing to. If you lose the rights to something, you usually just don't show it the whole episode.
No, they if you watch Scrubs on Netflix, they've replaced a lot of the music on there too. Yep.
And okay, so in my defense, I never watched Scrubs while I was on TV, so I always watched.
I watched Scrubs on TV. I don't remember the songs, but apparently there's a lot of people online complaining about lack of music.
That is a weird thing to scrub out, music of all things.
Well, because it's licensing, so you pay.
It is licensing, but you think about it as that. The music is a part of that episode.
Oh, big time.
So it's like, it's not that it makes the episode, but it's a part of that episode. Like, so if you needed to remove it, you needed to.
You have to find. Yep.
You have to remove the whole thing. Like,
or you have to find a song that is of equal or you know.
I'll have to look back on that.
Yeah.
To see if the Where It's Sun songs in there, because that's one of the things for me is for when it comes to watching Supernatural.
Yeah, you get to that final episode. Yeah, you get to that final episode or whatever.
Not just the final episodes when you're getting closer to that finale. They're doing like the last time, and they run that guitar riff.
Yeah.
And you know shit's going down.
Yeah, I know. That was always my favorite part. Was it like the last episode where it was just like then carry on, and you're like yes.
The whole season. I didn't have to watch the entire season. Just this little bit.
Just this
little like 5 minutes.
This montage during the song.
I know what they're doing.
So either way,
yeah, we're going. We should go.
We should.
We should go now. I should go now, like Commander Shepard says. I should go now.
Thank you for watching.
Staying with us.
And staying with us.
With troubles.
With our under construction dog. So yeah, thanks for watching.
If you like what you see, go to our website.
www.barrelrollnews.com.
You'll find things like our social media site there.
Yes.
Discord channel. I hear that's a good place to let us know what it is you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Answer questions. That's a good place to interact with us.
Yes. Facebook and Twitter also. Our YouTube channel is where you can find all of our backlog of videos.
Our what's a good way to say that? Our archive footage, I guess?
It's archival footage, yep.
Yeah.
And anything else that we end up doing, but we've all been fairly busy or doing things that we can't really stream. I mean, we could. I could stream Splatoon, but it's a
lot of work.
It's a lot of work just to start plugging stuff in.
There needs to be a stream button on this thing at the very least.
And I wouldn't want to do that just because I like being able to do my own overlays and making sure I know what I can do, but
that's why I like the PlayStation one, because at least that I can use the remote desktop or remote client and then funnel that through.
Yeah, so that's my thing is I maybe one Splatfest will all when we're actually organized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because half of our team is
camping and one of them is doing wedding stuff, and that's our half of our team, and then there's Tony and I who can't do anything without the other two people. So. Once we get organized and there's another Splatfest, maybe I'll plug all the stuff in and stream a Splatfest with us playing. And the only problem with Splatfest is you get to watch me play.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, we can hold our own.
I know, but the streamers end up having to watch moi.
Yeah.
Not everybody, it gets to be a bit of a problem, but either way.
But it is what that is.
There are streams on there. And Brian and I and Tony, if the controls don't screw him up, should probably hop on the Forest because they've done some updates to that too. So, or if Brian's new computer actually works, we can maybe do some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
I would be very inclined to do that. I'd be very interested in doing that.
So with that, everybody, thanks for watching.
Yes, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Yes, we can do next week. There is a week where we have to do something funny because none of us are available.
Well, yes. One of us is especially not available.
Especially not. Either way. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.